Welcome to the Ska History Hour with your host, Daryl Rubio, wherein the purpose of this channel is to spread awareness of ska music and its subgenres to the world. Our guests today are members of Pink Slip from Boston, Massachusetts.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
We also have a guest co-host. He's not really a guest anymore. He's pretty much on here a lot. Mr. Mikey Root from That Same Old
Hey,
Show in Hawaii.
hey, how's it?
Yeah.
Woo!
Aloha.
Listen to his show on Mixler.
Mixler. Saturday morning, 6 a.m.
Yes.
Hawaii time.
Heather Austin, we appreciate the time that you're taking to speak with us, to share your stories and your music with the ska community. Can you each please tell us a little bit about yourself, your role in the band, where you grew up, and where you live now, please?
Okay. You
Do you want to go
I
first, Heather?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm Austin. My name is Austin Rocco. Heather and I grew up in basically the same neighborhood. No, not really. I grew up in Billerica, Massachusetts. I play trombone in Pink Slip, and I also play in a few other bands in Boston. I've been playing in ska punk band since I was in high school. 2007 was the first ska punk band that I joined.
I got you beat
That's
by
me.
like 2 years. I'm
That's true.
Heather, and I am the vocalist in Pink Slip, one of the founders of Pink Slip, and also started playing in ska punk bands when I was in high school, growing up in the suburbs of Boston, about half an hour away in Acton, Massachusetts. Not a very exciting place, not a lot going on. So I hooked up with a few. I literally just like shouted at as many people within earshot in my high school and said, do you want to start a band? And I had really no idea what I was doing. And we called it the Bush administration. And that was probably 2004, 2005. I think I was a junior in high school. And it was very short lived, unfortunately. My concept for it was called Skanksta Rap. I still think it was we were on the cutting edge there. There wasn't really a lot of rap, but we had a lot of fun. And unfortunately, as you probably are aware, it's really hard to get every member of a ska band together in a room together for like anything. So we probably like practiced together 4 times, played 2 shows, and then broke up. But I did meet. Our guitarist Tom, we went to the same high school, and he really is who is the main like co-songwriter in the band. And when we started out, I really didn't know how to write music and was just kind of like, okay, this is maybe what might sound cool, and hadn't talked to him in nearly 2 decades. Just kind of, I graduated, like moved on, went in different directions, hadn't played ska in almost 2 decades, and then decided coming out of the pandemic that it was time. The world needed more ska
It's
punk.
time.
It was time. So that's the circuitous path of reconnecting with Tom, and then grabbing again, kind of shouting into the void that was Facebook in the year of our Lord 2022, and saying, "Who wants to start a ska band?" And this is how Pink Slip was born. Yeah.
Awesome. That's funny because my next question was gonna, I was gonna say that the band I thought started in 2023, but you just confirmed 2022.
Yeah.
Technically,
Technically,
yes.
can you
Yeah.
tell us about the formation of the band, how that all came about, besides what you said, like the band members, how you chose some of these people, how the band actually came together?
I want to back up a little bit. I want to talk more about the skankster rap. Like,
I
I
was
think there
afraid you
need
would say that.
I think there needs to be a little bit more investigation into that. That sounds like very cool and something maybe we should do more of. So
Listen.
anyway, and this was the Bush administration was the name of the band?
Yeah, so there
Uh,
was 2 female lead singers. We thought it was really funny. We were still in the Bush administration at that point, and
Yeah.
we had a very the band was extremely short-lived, but we had a MySpace page where I took a picture of George Bush, and I MS painted a saxophone coming out of his mouth, and that was
Oh,
our
get
band
out.
image. Yeah, so yep. We've
Wow.
come a long way.
Well, I kind of like when ska band to mix in a little bit of the rap or the scat, or because that was a part of early 60s ska anyways.
Yeah.
But then you bring it back into the 90s, 2000s, and now, and you mix a little bit of that in, and I'm like, I'm down for it. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Daryl, but
Fine.
I really wanted to know a little bit more about the Skankster rap. I'm like, that sounds very cool. So
I feel like Big D and the Kids Table, like early Big D and the Kids Table,
Yes.
kind of like has that,
yes,
captures that a little bit,
Ex-
right?
Yeah.
there's a
More
I've heard a
rapping than
few
toasting.
bands. Yeah,
Well, and
exactly,
Big D
and I
was
really like that.
Big D was
Yeah.
very, very influential. Big D was definitely like the biggest, the ska band I saw the most. When I was a teenager, I was going to Big D shows like every weekend,
Yeah.
multiple times in a weekend.
Local
So I was
band for you
definitely,
guys.
yeah, exactly. Boston
Yeah.
band. It was Big D and the Bosstones.
Right.
And Big D especially. And they did do a lot of hip hop. And I was actually in a hip hop duo, like after I was in a ska punk band after the Bush administration inevitably fizzled, and then I went to college. I did hip hop for a while actually, and so
Uh-huh.
now I haven't actually flirted with any rapping until very recently. A song on our new album that's coming out that we just started playing live that has a little bit of a rap. I'm getting back into my roots, but more of like a Rage
Let's
Against the
go.
I love
Machine
it.
style
Yeah.
vibe.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
There's
Oh,
a
good
lot
on
of
you guys.
raging to be done
There's
against the
a lot of
machine
raging.
in this
Right.
particular moment. That song's
Right.
literally about that. But yeah, so I started like the band literally was it was actually really me and our trumpet player Ben Stein, who we grew up together, went to college together.
Ben
And
Stein.
Does he give away
his
money?
name, yeah, that he loves that. He loves that question. No one's ever
Stein.
asked him that. No, he's a good sport. But yeah, so he and I, it was literally just like the depths of pandemic depression and feeling like, fuck, like shit is bad and like we don't know if it's gonna get better. But like as soon as we can go outside and like see people again and like, why don't we start a band? Why don't we try this out? And I wrote like our first song that night that we decided like, you know what, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can get people together to do it. And so that was kind of the intention. And then I literally just posted on Facebook, posted on a few random like pages on Facebook. Tom was the first one who came out of the woodwork, and again, I hadn't talked to him in like almost 2 decades, and he was like, yeah, I live down the street in Rosendale, like let's get together, let's jam. And that was obvious, that was a key ingredient because I still, a lot of our songwriting, and we can talk more about it, but a lot of this original, like the core songwriting comes from me writing lyrics and a melody and singing it out loud to Tom, who can then has like perfect pitch and can instantly figure out like a guitar riff for it, and then we all kind of build around that, which
That's definitely one of Daryl's questions about how you guys write music.
yeah. Yeah, so Tom was really important, and then like my friend Lils, who's not who actually we did podcasts together. That's how I met her, and she had been in a bunch of other bands, but an incredible drummer, not into ska at all. When I was like, hey, would you be in a ska band? And she was like Oingo Boingo. And I was like, yeah, she's like really like a goth. She's a goth chick, like a goth industrial DJ. She's super cool, crazy talented. And somehow I tricked her into doing this. And so that was key. And then obviously
So you have a female drummer too.
yeah, we have
Yep.
and also Megan, our bassist, also another, went to college with her, and then the horn boys, Austin,
Horny boys.
Austin, it was through Facebook, right? It was through a Facebook post.
Yeah, it was through one of Heather's Facebook posts. We were connected by a mutual friend of ours who is actually a celebrity in Boston. His name is Matt Shearer.
Yeah.
He does like local personality introductions with people, but anyway, he was like, "Oh, what about this guy Austin?" I like replaced him on trombone in my high school ska band, and so that's yeah. I was like, they were like, he was like, yeah, why don't you do this? And I was like, I actually don't have enough time, so I don't think I can do that. But then a few
And
months
here we
later,
are.
a few months later, I was like, okay, maybe I can play trombone in another ska band. Why not?
Yeah,
And here
and
I
it
am.
would not, it
Here I am.
wouldn't be right without you. Yeah, we have. So we
I
have.
did write one. I wrote
You
a chord
did.
progression for one song, so I think
You
that, I've
did.
paid my minor
Well,
dues at this point.
and you write all the horn line. I mean, you write the horn lines with the horn boys. Like you guys are coming up
That's
and
true.
composing with all of that. And we have a saxophone player named Joe who we
Yeah.
also didn't know ahead of time. Literally just found us through a Facebook post, and luckily we all love each other and we all get along most of the time, and we just have a lot of fun together. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a blast.
So
And
good.
when did you start guys what 2002? Is that what you said?
2022.
2022. Yeah,
2022. Okay, okay.
2022 is kind of like when we
After
started
pandemic.
forming, and we had like our first show at like a very divey dive bar on the diviest beach in Massachusetts
Oh yeah.
in like July or June of 2022. And that's also when we recorded our first EP. Which you have the logo up from Daryl right now. The first
Yeah.
EP called the
Yes.
soft opening EP.
So let's talk about that because this is the time when we talk about the releases. We've got Soft
Yeah.
Opening in 2023,
Mhm.
Suck City in 2024, and your newest single, Sick and Tired. That's on the streaming platforms right now.
Yeah.
Please describe the sound of your band, of how you feel it's portrayed to us.
Oh, I want to hear what Austin says first.
Oh wow. It's unfair because I know your influences and I hear Big D and the Kids Save a lot. I hear Less Than Jake, so it's very obvious to me that we are like ska punk, but also like pop, like with a pop punk edge to it. And we keep creeping into this like ska core like moment, and I'm just waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for us to like go fully like hardcore ska core. Um, and but I guess other than with genre words, we're like fun, and we want you to hang out with us, and we want you to we want you to feel safe around us and have a good time.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet. That's so
Yeah.
gentle. Um, yeah, we are definitely high energy, like big hooks. I think I use the term big hooks and a bigger heart. Like we sing
Mhm.
with our heart, we make music on our with our hearts on our sleeves. I write all the lyrics for the most part. They're all about like personal stories of my life. I think ska is like very much like a liberatory type of music where you can really feel like Austin was saying, like safe to express emotions, to express deep feelings in a way that doesn't feel like self-indulgent and kind of, I do love me an emo moment. And I would say that's another genre that I have been, creeping into a little bit more with my music, but I don't like to get stuck in the sadness. I really like using ska as like that springboard for like joy and resistance amidst really challenging times. And so like a lot of our songs are actually like secretly really about some really sad and like fucked up and intense shit, but it's always like with that sense of liberation, and like if we stick together and if we take care of each other, like we will be okay. And like even when it feels hard, like at least we have each other. And that's kind of the music, like that's the inspiration for the music that we make
Whether
and
you
what
like it
we
or
want people
not.
to feel. Exactly.
Whether
Yeah.
you like it or not,
Yeah.
they're going to be there
We're
for
all
you, whether
we've
you
got.
want them to
Yeah.
or not. I
Hmm.
can, I can
Yeah.
speak to that. So,
For real.
Yeah.
yeah.
What about you, Austin? What do you think? Same type of thing? How your
Um,
music's portrayed?
yeah, I guess sometimes. Sorry, I was just thinking about something else. Yes, I feel like the band is a safe space, like Heather said, like to share feelings and emotion, um, but also to like, be genuine and be yourself. I think I feel like every person in this band has like a very strong, stark personality, and sometimes like we clash, and then but a lot of the times like we give each other space to be who we are, and I just hope that everyone else who's in the room also kind of feels that way. Um, and like I said, sometimes we clash, but most of the times the clashing like ends up results in something that's really beautiful.
Mhm.
and really fun. Yeah.
Well, the music definitely sounds great. Let me tell you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. That means
Thank
it
you.
means a lot. I mean, this was truly just for fun, and it still is just for fun to like be in this band and like hang out with my best friends and like make cool music. But the fact that like, somebody in Hawaii is like playing it on their radio show is kind of
Yeah.
mind-boggling. No, like it truly is mind-boggling, and that we're even having this
I'm a
conversation.
sucker for a female vocalist though. I mean,
Oh,
like as soon
yeah.
as I hear a
Me
female
too.
vocalist, I'm like, whoa, let me listen a little harder now, okay?
And there's like so
Um,
many good ska bands right now with incredible, powerful female,
which I love
vocalists.
that. I'm like, you are catering to what I love the most. And I'm
Hmm.
like, and strong female front women,
Yeah.
fronting these bands, these new ska bands that are out right now. So
Yeah, we're like huge fans, obviously, of Bite Me Bambi and Cat Bite. So Many Dangers. I mean, the New Limits, like Sorry Sweetheart. There's so
Stop the
many. Stop
presses.
the Presses. Yeah,
yes,
we're
yeah.
obsessed. We're obsessed, and we feel very lucky to be able to, you know, occasionally share stages with them too.
Be awesome if they had some type of festival just devoted to female-fronted ska bands.
Wouldn't
It
that
sure would
be?
be.
Is that a thing that
Sure
is
would.
real? Are you guys making a joke? Is that a thing
No,
that's real?
well, okay. So Daryl did do a show last year. It was the Rude Girl Riot, and we
Oh,
Oh,
had
nice.
all female fronted ska bands. He asked me to DJ there. I was privileged enough to do that. Had a great time. I chased Long Beach and Stepdaughters.
The
Who else did you
Goodwin
have
Club,
there?
Bounce House Ska, the
Goodwin
Calamatics,
Club. Yeah. Oh my God. So
Horizon
many
Point.
good.
You guys are going to play with Horizon Point and the Goodwin
Yeah.
Club.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
sick.
Yeah,
That's
hopefully, I
awesome.
don't know. Hopefully
We
that
need
might
more of that. We
happen
do
again.
have we have like a Boston show that we're playing at like the end of August with K Moy and with some other with the New Limits and another amazing local ska laptop ska um named Marcy and and it's an all female fronted, like all female show in Boston. It's only four bands, but like that's pretty cool. Like
that
we
is cool.
haven't,
No,
you
well,
know,
which is great. I mean, because
yeah.
at least you guys are getting showcased and you need to be. I mean, like, I really seriously am attracted to ska that has a female voice.
Hmm.
I mean, I still love, my two tone. I came in two tone, so I still love the specials, and I
Hmm.
love hearing Terry's voice. Buster Blood Vessel. I love hearing his voice. Suggs and that kind of a thing. But there's Rhoda, and there's
Hmm.
there's
Yeah.
there's Pauline.
Pauline,
You
yeah.
Yeah,
know,
Pauline.
and
Yep. It sure
right,
is.
and it's like,
Yep.
I think out of all those two tone bands, I think the Body Snatchers was probably one of my favorites, and they were the ones that broke up the fastest. What do they have, like five
Mm.
freaking songs or something? You
No, they
know?
have about 12.
Yeah, but I mean, like, exactly. Okay,
I have that lost record, the record that
Okay, yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, you
Wow.
might, hey, send me some tracks off that, bro. Uh, but so nowadays when this, well, I don't know what we're gonna call it, dude. I mean, the ska revival now in the 21st century. I love that there are so many strong female fronted ska bands that I want to say took their example from Pauline, and from Rhoda and got out there and like, hey, I can do this, fake it till you make it or whatever, and just do it. Pauline's still doing it.
She
Rhoda's
sure
still
is.
doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean that's those are on it's an honor to even be in the same sentence as Pauline Black,
what
so
were
that's yeah.
can we go here now? What were some of your influences, Heather? Who well, like when you first heard of ska, what were the bands that you heard, and what were some of your influences? And then go to Austin.
Yeah, so I grew up my both of my parents were very into music and like treated, music very seriously and had really good music taste. My dad was a guitarist in a bunch of punk bands and my mom was a DJ at a college radio DJ at Emerson College in Boston. So I grew up and her one of her radio shows was called Nightclub, spelled in the
NIT.
style of the
Mm.
specials. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
So I grew up with the specials, the English beat. Those were like early like influences in terms of those are still two of my favorite ska bands of all time or bands of all time, period. Also the Selector, also, Um, and then I didn't really like I didn't get into ska like the third wave or whatever until I was in high school, and that was I had my own high school radio show, and the same guy that Austin was saying that connected me in Austin, he was a station manager at the radio show and at the radio station in my high school. And he was also in a ska band. And he was super cool. And he like convinced me to play. I was really an emo. I was like listening to AFI exclusively. And he would kind of make fun of me. And he was like, hey, put this on. Like, you might like it, kind of thing. And he had me put on a Big D song on my radio show. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is so sick. I love this. The energy was so high. It was so intense. So then he started taking me to shows. I started getting my other friends into ska. And so then I kind of got really into, Big D, Streetlight. And that's when we started our band. And Less Than Jake, I think Less Than Jake, just
Okay,
when
so
it comes to the poppy
shout out to your
choruses.
high school for having a freaking radio station,
I
right?
know. It
How
was
many?
really
I'm like,
sick.
I went to the Sky School. I graduated in '81, and we did not have radio stations in our high school. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had seen that in a movie or something. I'm like, are you kidding me? But dude, that's very cool to
Yeah.
have a high
I that's
school
what I
radio
wanted to do
station.
for a career for a while was be a radio DJ. But um,
Right?
you
Who
know.
doesn't want to be a radio DJ? I get to play music, and like, and
Not
what
kids these days. They don't
I
get it.
know.
They don't get
Uh-oh.
it.
We're doing that now.
I know. I can't help it. What about you, Austin?
I never even knew that ska was a thing until I was in high school, until in marching band, those like my five friends who were in that ska band in my high school asked me to play trombone because Shearer was not going to be playing trombone for them anymore, whatever he was doing. And they like, I was at the marching band lunch table and they like came over and gave me a note. They're like, read this later.
Will
And it
you
was
play
like,
ska?
will
Yes
you
or
be in
no?
our ska band? Yeah, will you be in our ska band? And I was like, I don't even know what this is. Sure, maybe, why not? And then, but that didn't matter. These were like some of my best friends from marching band, like very good drummers, a very good drummer, very good horn players, and like the guitar player I'd never really met before, but. So I started doing it, and I was like, I didn't really understand at the time how kind of exceptional my parents were for letting me like go out to shows like on a
Yeah,
weeknight and like
same.
drive to New Hampshire or Rhode
Yep.
Island. At the time that was like it felt the furthest away. So shout out to my parents for letting me do that, even though I didn't really understand how big of a deal it was at the time. But as what I started listening to then was basically strictly third wave. It was like Real Big Fish, Streetlight Manifesto, um, Less Than Jake, whatever else.
And
There's this
Big
band
D,
that
I'm sure.
Big D and the Kids Table. There's this band that I always forget about, and now
That's true
I'm
too.
sorry that I brought it up because it's not them. It's like some smaller band that I don't know, and I'll have to remember it maybe later, and I'll email it to you. But it was third wave ska, and then like later on, probably a decade or more later, when I started just like getting in the scene here in Boston, I met more people who knew more about everything else, and I've only continued to learn about everything else since then.
That's
I
great. Yeah,
think
that's how
that,
you learn from everybody. Then you learn the best bands going forward.
Right.
yeah,
I
I feel
want
like,
to go
oh,
ahead.
go on.
No,
I
sorry.
was
There's
just
like
gonna
this.
say, yeah, go ahead, Austin.
There's this one person in the Boston ska scene, and I feel like he's the most famous person that I know, but he's probably not. His name is Randy Tartow, and he has been described to me as the mayor of ska, or used to be the mayor of ska, and had this project called Dancing Randy and the Ska Punk Time Machine, and like the whole point of that band was to bridge the gap of all waves of ska. And like they would play traditional ska, they would play two-tone, they would play um, third wave 90s ska, and they would even play like some stuff that was coming out like in the 2010s and all that. And I really appreciated like Randy Tartow and also Dancing Randy and the Ska Punk Time Machine for doing all that, and like had some members of like Big D and the Kids Table, like Mark Flynn, and then other people like Kicked in the Head, Ryan Dowd, and then like all these other sorts of like celebrities to me from the ska punk scene and third wave, and I like got to meet Matt Appleton, and I don't know, it just feels like yeah, I that whole experience of that band, like being in Boston, and unfortunately it doesn't really exist anymore, is just so cool to like bridge all of the gaps.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. You
Yeah,
don't
it's
find
so
a band
good.
that plays all genres of ska.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding, huh? I was gonna ask about what are some of your favorite bands that you listen to now? Some of your favorite ska bands. Big D's got new music coming out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I mean, we love another amazing ska band from Boston, and Alex Stern, who's in Big D, is the lead singer of the
Yeah.
Pomps.
Pumps.
Obsessed with the
Yeah.
Pomps.
As soon as you
Obsessed
said
with the
Alex,
Pomps.
I knew
They're so
exactly what you
good.
were gonna say. Yeah,
Literally
no,
so good.
yeah, love the
I
Pumps.
yeah, we love, I mean, so many dangers. We played with them recently. Mega Infinity, also
Oh
incredible.
yeah,
Power
Michi.
Up.
Yeah.
Yep,
Power Up, I
yep.
was gonna say.
Power Up,
Yeah.
incredible. We look up to them so much. So cool. Um, I mean, we love the New Limits. We like play with them all the
Yeah,
time.
great band.
That's
Yeah.
gosh, so many good bands. I mean, those are specifically ska bands that we love. Oh, Girth Control. I'm obsessed with Girth
Oh
Control.
really? Okay,
I love
okay.
them
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who else are we playing with at Pioneer Valley Ska Fest? Like so many good
Sergeant
bands.
Skaggs gonna be there.
Oh,
Sergeant Skag. Oh
so
my
good.
God.
What
Yeah.
I'm noticing
Mephistopheles,
Yeah. What I'm
ridiculous.
noticing, what you're saying, Heather, is the kind of the way I feel is like you're mentioning all these sort of local Northeast or regional
Yeah.
bands, and like yeah, that's I don't really listen to like I don't really listen to Real Big Fish anymore. I don't really listen to Streetlight Manifesto anymore. I don't really listen to Less Than Jake anymore. I listen to these bands that we're playing shows with, and
It's true.
um yeah, it's just like so great that everyone's making music that everyone can enjoy
Yeah.
and that I enjoy.
And it's such a like an inclusive and like welcoming scene. Like again, we just,
Yeah.
we started out for fun playing music in a basement and have just kind of been welcomed with open arms and like invited to play with so many incredible bands. I mean, April alone, we were opening for Bim Scala Bim, another legendary Boston, ska band. Hepcat, we got to open for
Yeah.
Hepcat. I mean, it was like a dream come true. Those are the nicest, coolest guys in the world.
Mhm.
We played with the Toasters and Matamoska.
Oh
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Like we just yeah, like we have, it's so cool to have genuinely grown up listening to this music, going to these shows on weeknights and holidays and school nights and all that stuff, and like really being so impressed with this music, and then to actually have the opportunity to like share, to play with them, some of
Yeah,
these
yeah, well,
bands.
you're to be a part of that whole scene that with
Yeah,
these
it's a
bands that
dream.
you grew up listening to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the one of the people, like one of the promoters here in Massachusetts, 413 Ska. He's
Yeah.
like
Eric Cole.
um Eric,
Yes.
yeah, he's always reaching out to us or local smaller groups, opening up for like we opened up for Pilfers.
Hmm.
We opened
And the
up for
Toasters.
Toasters, and it's just so it's so good to have somebody who's like doing the thing and like putting himself like and his money on the line, and like also paying us and letting us play with
Hmm.
these bands, giving us a moment. It's just so great. Shout
Yeah.
out, Eric.
Shout
I don't
out
know
to
if you're gonna
Eric.
hear this. I hope you do.
I think so.
Well, he will. He's
Definitely.
he's he's been listening to all of the interviews.
He's the one who connected us,
That's
right?
right.
Because
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
that's
also
right, 'cause
organizing the
Pioneer
whole
Valley.
Pioneer Valley
Right.
Ska Festival. Yeah. And it'll be
Yeah.
our first time ever playing it, but
Yeah, he listens because I sent him the list of because I'm probably interviewing about 2/3 of the bands on the
cool.
bill.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
so every week we're releasing something from one of the bands on there up through the fest. So he's been
Cool.
listening to it and watching it each show every week. He tells me so, which is pretty
Amazing.
cool. But yeah, he's a cool guy because the band that I manage called the Goodwin Club, and Codename Rocky.
Hmm.
I don't manage, but I help them out. They're also going over there to play with you
That's
guys.
awesome.
Looking forward to meeting them. That's something great.
Oh yeah, you should check out the music first. Then you'll be
Okay.
like, damn, okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
So I know you guys touch base on some of the bands that you guys really like or listening to now. I like to go through ska history of bands in your area.
Hmm.
Ooh.
So I'd like to see if you guys are familiar with any past bands in your area. You have already mentioned some, but then we'll go with the bands that are also current and active. The ones that I'm familiar with from the Boston area would be, of course, the Bosstones,
Yes.
the Alstonians,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
Steady Ernest,
Yeah.
what's his name's other band, um, the Have-Nots, Hobo Chili, Big
Oh.
Lick,
Interesting. Okay.
Big Lick.
Big Lick,
Oh yeah, that's a blast from the
Yeah.
past. That was on a mix CD
uh,
that I
the,
had.
the Sellouts also, uh,
Oh,
a band called Poor Jeremy.
Man, I miss poor Jeremy so
Jeremy.
much.
Is that a band that you know of?
Well, yeah, I like did a mini tour with them and a band, maybe you'll say this, a band called A Guy Named Guy. Like Poor Jeremy and A Guy Named Guy were two Berkeley bands like when it was like 2010 or what 2009. No, wait, it would have been 2011 or something like that. We like went on a New York upstate mini tour with them. Like we slept in a church, like an upstairs of a church, an attic of a church. And I think we probably played at Oneonta. There was someone there named Kaylor, like has been hosting in like all ages ska shows for a long time. I don't know if that's still happening. I don't know if they still do it. But yeah, I remember. Wow, poor Jeremy was so good, and also poor Jeremy because
And then the last,
I remember. Oh,
what
go
about the
on.
Goonies? The Goonies is another one.
Oh, I
No.
don't remember them.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know these.
unfortunately not.
Oh,
But the current ones that I know of, and you could add
Okay,
to the list in your area, current and active, Thumper got back together.
that's
yes.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Lo-
we're stoked to play with them
Yeah,
at
love
Tiny
those
Valley
guys.
Ska Fest.
I interviewed them like 2 months ago. They
Wow,
Oh,
just
really?
that's
yeah, just
sick.
released it like 2 weeks ago. Of course, the New Limits, Big D and the Kids Table, Bim Scala Bim,
Hmm.
and of course
Hmm.
Dan Vitale interviewed him before too.
Yep.
Hmm.
Gavubi and the Epitones, Westbound Train,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
love Westbound Train. Huge
Yeah,
fans.
yeah.
Power Up, which I have coming up, I think in a couple weeks.
Sick.
Threat Level Burgundy, The
Yep,
Pump,
that's also Austin's band.
I'm in that band. Yeah.
and great admire this band is great admirers of these guys. So Girth Control loves Green Street Fiends,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Big
I knew
fan
yeah.
of
that,
them.
and I heard those guys are pretty happy.
Wait, Green Street Fiends, I think, are from Western Mass, but they're really sick.
So that's not close to the Boston scene.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Boston. Every other band you mentioned was a Boston band, I think,
Okay,
as far as I know.
okay.
Western Mass
I believe
is a
so. Yeah.
different, it feels like a different state. Like we're all Massachusetts, but like it's like Northern California and Southern California.
Yeah, so totally different because they say hella and we say dude.
Yeah, exactly. They have like they have like an accent that sounds like this, and it's not really that thick, but it's different.
Okay.
You guys do not have a Boston accent, by the way. At least when
Well,
I
the
trained it out of me.
Yeah, the Boston
I fully
accent.
trained it out of me.
You gotta have like a couple of beers. Get me a couple of
and
beers
then
in a
then it
dive
starts coming
bar.
out.
And then but it's sad. Like the Boston accent's actually like kind of disappearing. It is like a thing
Mm.
that's going away generationally. So
Oh.
Yeah.
I can I could perform it if I needed to, but
Interesting.
You don't sound like
Interesting.
every other what is it Matt Damon movie?
yeah.
Every Ben
No, I
Yeah, man,
Affleck
don't.
movie.
It's
No, I
Cliff Clavin from Cheers. You know,
Oh,
he's
that's
got,
true.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
got that
yeah.
dry. Yeah, he's
That
got
is
kind
so
of
funny.
dry.
That's funny you said that because when I was on the East Coast trip a couple years back, we went to Cheers.
Oh,
Oh,
Um,
get
Hell
out.
yeah.
yeah, we went there and the people's accents are so it's like what? It's like hard to understand. It's like water. Would you like some water? I'm a what? Water.
They're putting it on. They must
they're
be
playing
putting
it
on.
up. They're playing it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Michigan's got a drawl too. Like every once in a while, I like when I was talking to Heather, and I'm like, Heather Augustine, and she'll say something, and I'm like, oh, that's right, she's from Michigan. They've got. Sorry. Anyway,
Daryl, is that the end of your list?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Who do you
Okay,
else?
Ska
I
history.
have a couple more. I have a couple more to add.
Let's hear.
I didn't know I'd be doing this. The Void Union, another group
Oh,
that
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Alex
Void
Stern
Union,
is part
yeah.
of. Yeah, actually two. I guess two. Yeah, two trad ska groups. The Void Union, one of them. The Attractors is another one. Rich Grieco plays trumpet in
Oh,
that
the
group.
Attractors. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and they play. I feel like I'm not sure if this is still true, but they play at this really really small cute bar called Plow and Stars, which is in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And there it's just like this small room, no stage, and then this the
That's
attractors
what
have
we
like this.
deserve. That's what us ska bands
Right.
deserve.
Well,
We're
just
lucky.
the
We're
corner of the
lucky to have
room
a
with
corner.
like,
You can play in the
Exactly.
bathroom. You can
and
Right.
play
you
in the
got
parking lot if you're
7
lucky.
people, and like, yeah,
Yeah.
We all
the
just
brass has to be
stack
outside.
ourselves on top of
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other, like we're like.
Okay,
it's a
no,
few-
dude,
Is that the band
there's a
that
venue here that is exactly like that. I swear. So
Yeah.
the Attractors is that the was one that Chuck Wren put out
I'm
with the
thinking
yellow
because
album? With the yellow album?
The
I
Yellow
want to say
Album.
that
There was
sounds
a
that's
band that played
I'm not
at
sure.
Supernova
and
last
they
year.
were
What was
definitely
the voice?
trad ska.
They were.
I don't know anything about a Yellow Album, and
Maybe
I wanted to
maybe
ask
you're
you
on
I
about
think
Facebook.
I should.
Austin.
Oh
I
my
wanted to ask you
God!
about Threat Level
Uh-oh.
Burgundy.
Uh-oh, I made a mistake. The
Uh-oh.
Attractors is from New York, but Rich Grieco does have a group that I need to remember the name. I guess you're learning that I can't remember names, is what you're learning
It's
from
okay.
this interview. I'll figure it out. But you wanted to
Oh,
ask
the
me
Brooklyn
about
Attractors.
the Brooklyn Attractors.
Is that
Okay,
the
so
one?
that's yet a different thing?
Oh wait, there is. Yeah, you're right.
Damn.
There's the Attractors, and there's. Oh wait, no, it says the Attractors created by Westbound Train, Rich Grieco. Yes.
There you
Okay.
go.
Phew.
Okay, you're right.
Phew. Okay.
No, wait.
All right.
No, it is Love Bombs. The
That's
Love
the
Bombs album. Yeah, it is the same.
Okay, and that's Chuck. Chuck did that?
I am almost positive he did. The Attractors. Yeah, because I could have sworn
Yeah,
they played
I'm
a
almost
set
positive Chuck did too.
I could have
Okay.
sworn they played a set at Supernova last year or something. Something like that. Anyway, I'd
Okay.
like to know.
Sounds all right.
We would like to know because I think
Inquiring minds would like to know.
because I think I know the answer or what the meaning is. But what's the meaning behind the name of the band, Pink Slip?
You know,
What is the meaning?
there's not like a too much. I mean, yeah, so pink slip, obviously, like the traditional terminology. We're kind of having a hard time figuring out what to call ourselves, and this was like the one name that everybody could agree on. And it is technically also the name of a fake band, of a fictional band from the Freaky Friday movie. Which I was like, oh, well, nobody's going to care about that. But yeah, so Pink Slip, is there a bit of a euphemism potentially? Sure. You can always, soft
Okay,
opening is the name of our album, our first.
I love the name soft opening, but I don't know if I don't know if people these days know what a pink slip is.
Oh, well, like, yeah, getting shit canned.
Getting
So it's-
fired.
yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
get your paycheck and inside was a pink slip saying, "Hey, you're fired, motherfucker. You got to go."
I thought the Pink Slip. Well, there's the car, a Pink Slip, the title.
There's that too. Yeah,
And
when
then I didn't-
race for pinks.
I didn't think about the Pink Slip about being fired, but I thought Pink Slip in regards to like a truancy at school. Didn't they used
Oh,
to call it a
that
Pink Slip?
too. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
love
so.
that.
Yeah, you got a pink slip. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep. I could see
Yeah, you
that
got
too.
I think you got a yellow slip if you were tardy, and you got a pink one if you were truant.
You ditched.
Yes, which I was
Which
often,
means you ditched.
I
That's
was
all it
often
meant.
truant.
It just meant you ditched school, dude. You're like, I boned out and I didn't, my mom and dad didn't know, and that's all there is to it. So
I love it. Let's go with that.
Okay.
I
Now, I'd like
Yeah,
to know how far has the band toured from your central location of Boston? How far east or west?
So we
Yes.
we have never the furthest we've ever gone was Scranton, Pennsylvania this
Oh
past
yeah.
December. We drove to Pennsylvania. That was exciting. Actually, Scranton was so kind to us and wonderful. We played it was called the Scranton Scala Days. That was with Catch 22 and a million other incredible bands, Stop the Presses. Oh my gosh, literally a zillion bands that we love. Keep Flying, the Have Nots, a ton of good bands. And so we that was a blast. That was super fun. And yeah, we have some stuff that we'll be talking about not quite yet, but we may be going some other even farther places this year. So who knows? You'll have to stay tuned.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting.
Are we talking
Mm.
about days at a time, like a little mini tour?
Potentially, yeah, potentially. We'll have to
Maybe
see.
like one big gig there,
Yeah,
and
there
then
might be
maybe
one big gig.
and a few little gigs on the way there, and
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
yeah. So some places we've never gone, so we're very excited.
Amazing. Congratulations. That's great.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about one of those gigs, the Pioneer Valley Ska Festival coming up July 24th and 25th. Is this your first time playing the show?
This is going to be our first time playing, but as Pink Slip, Austin was playing with Threat Level and New Limits last year, I believe, right? Or just
No,
Threat
it's just
Level?
threat level
Oh,
Burgundy.
damn.
Yeah.
But this year
But this year.
it's a triple threat because a triple dose of
Yep.
Austin. Isn't it all in the same day too, Austin?
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah, what is
So
it?
wait,
It's only
is it
2 days. Yeah.
so wait,
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
but like is it gonna be Pink Slip? Is it Threat Level, then Pink Slip, then New Limits, or what's the order? He's
It's
playing
the
in
it's
three
the
different
new
bands.
it's the New Limits on one stage. No, sorry, you're right. It's Pink Slip on the church on one stage, and then the New Limits on the other stage, and then Threat Level Burgundy on that same stage that Pink Slip was on.
Are we all
I
taking
think there's like
consecutive?
yeah, well, I think I have 45 minutes between each, but it's like, if it was on the same stage, I think it would be consecutive.
Yeah,
I can't
that's true.
remember like for the blocking, but yeah. Um, it's gonna be crazy. I
That's
didn't think it was gonna happen.
it's a ska guy playing a trombone. I mean, that's what they
Yeah.
do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
That's it.
Or a
He's in high
saxophone.
demand. He's in high
I'm doing what I'm
demand.
supposed to do. If I wasn't doing that, then like I would not even be working, right?
He's gonna have
How am
like
I earning
no
my keep?
he's gonna have no lips left at the end of the night.
I know.
We get the lips
Yeah.
when they're fresh, so I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Ah,
that's
there you
true.
go.
That's true.
There you go.
I feel like, yeah, Pioneer Valley is so much fun. Heather, you went last year. We were hanging
Yeah.
out. It was a great time. It's like a good vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's in like a
it's so much
converted
fun.
like church, so there's like stained glass and it's like a little haunted.
Oh,
But like
nice.
not like in a bad way, like
And
it's
that's not too far from Boston, is it?
yeah, it
Boston.
is. I mean,
It's in
Like an hour
Massachusetts,
and
though,
30
it's
right?
in
2 hours.
Massachusetts. Yeah. So it's not like northern to Southern California. That's much farther, but like it is 2 hours away. So that's a
okay.
long time for us.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
It's
no,
like
no, no,
if we
no! I live on a little island, so like
Yeah.
2 hours, I could drive around the whole island maybe once and a half. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what?
Yes.
You got to go to town. It was like what? That's 45 minutes. Are you kidding me? You
Yeah.
know,
Right,
or
right.
like the other side of
Correct.
university, whatever. So no, I totally get it. 2 hours. Like my buddy Mohawk Mike, he drives hours and hours and hours, 6 hours to go to ska festival sometimes. So
Yeah,
no,
I mean, we
I
drove
understand.
like
Yeah.
7 hours to Scranton, so but it was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
worth it.
Good. Yeah, cool. So okay,
Did,
so
did
it's
Michael
about
Scott
2
come out
hours
to
from
see
you
you?
guys. What's that?
Yeah.
I was just asking if Michael Scott came out to see them. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
stupid joke.
Oh,
No,
I
no.
don't know. Yeah, who knows?
We saw a big like there was like a big mural, of course, dedicated to the office. That was cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so like we have a few friends in other ska bands that will like drive, they'll drive anywhere. They'll drive to Connecticut, they'll drive to Vermont, they'll drive to Pennsylvania to go show us. I'm like, I grew up in Massachusetts. If it takes an hour to get somewhere, I'm bringing a snack with me. And I'm bringing a full bottle of water.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna get a hotel too. I don't know. I feel like that's in Massachusetts. Like you have to drive over so many hills, right? And it's like I got over one hill. I had to go over a river. I've gone to another continent. Like, but that's not the West Coast. The West Coast is like so much to see, and it's so nice.
Yeah. So
I disagree.
with
There's a
the
lot of
Oh,
desert.
with
There's a
the
lot of desert. There's a lot of nothing.
fair
I'm just
enough.
saying.
with
Anyway,
the Pioneer Valley bands, which ones are you most excited, each of you, most excited to see that you haven't seen before?
Ooh,
Oh, I haven't seen
that's a
before.
good question. All right, you got to give me a second. Let me look at this lineup here.
yeah, check out the lineup. I'll tell you, one of my favorite bands that I only saw once so far, thanks to Daryl, was the Goodwin Club. They put on a really, really
Oh,
fun show.
I know.
Hell
I
yeah.
think Joker's Republic. I'm really,
Oh
really excited
yeah,
to see. I've never
yeah,
seen them.
Austin.
Um,
Yeah, I've
Yep.
seen
I
them
would
twice
say,
here and once in Supernova.
yeah,
I
I'm
saw
gonna
him
give it
at
to Joker's
Supernova, but they
Republic.
didn't play. It was just Austin was hanging out.
Oh yeah, he does that.
And then Thumper. I mean, I've never seen Thumper, so that's gonna be a big one.
Thumper, more ska core, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh no, more
yeah.
core
Yeah.
than ska.
yeah, yeah. Correct.
That's so
Okay,
true.
They're
okay,
metal.
okay.
It's like it's they're basically metal ska. It really
Yeah.
is what it
Metal,
is.
metal with
If
horns.
you like Power Up,
Yeah,
then yeah,
but they switch up. Yeah, this like Power Up. It's like Hans Gruber. It's like
like Best
Omnigone,
of
your
the
favorite.
Worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bands will go.
That
The
is
bands will go from
Heavy.
hard,
core to ska, and then
heavy.
to change. They just change it up just like that.
That's
Yeah,
for
like
you young
Folly
people.
too. I love Folly. I love Best of the Worst. I didn't even shout them out, but they're so freaking good. They're not playing, but they are
Guts.
similar, like heavy metal. And like that's Austin was saying, like we sometimes occasionally flirt with like going that heavy, and I just I like to sing so much, but like it's fun to scream every once in a
If
while.
you like emo, Heather, if you like emo, you'll probably like Horizon Point.
Okay,
It's
yeah, no,
California.
I'm gonna check it out.
Cool.
I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
Modesto,
you'll
yeah.
probably get along with Jen too, real well too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the similar personalities.
I love it. Yeah, no.
Horizon Point from Modesto, right, Daryl?
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Modesto.
I'll be
Yeah.
checking them out.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're great. Oh,
yeah,
oops.
super nice people.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they played at the Rude Girl Riot Fest and they
Right.
stayed at
Yeah,
the
and I had them on the
house.
show.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
stayed at the house with
yeah,
us and they did Mikey's show from the
yeah, right
Nice.
there from the house. Yeah.
yeah. So tell us about the songwriting process. I know you kind of touched base on that, but I'd like to know how a song is created. We like to know how a song is created, who brings what in there, and ultimately who makes like the final decision. How does a song all come out?
Yeah, so usually all like 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I will write the song like the lyrics and melody. So I'll like have it in my head and I will sing it to everyone, but then Tom will take that and sort of transcribe it into some guitar parts and he's like, okay, this is, a B minor, this is a whatever. And so I don't know any of that stuff. I never like learned like, official, reading or writing music or whatever, but I know how I want it to sound in my head. And so and Tom knows how to make it real. So then he will build the guitar parts and be like, okay, and then Megan will come in with bass, and then we kind of just do it organically from there. And then Austin, Ben, and Joe get together. Sometimes they have horn sectionals, and Austin can talk more about that, but they are completely in charge of coming up with their horn parts with input from Tom. Tom is like everyone in the band is super super talented. But Tom has a lot of experience also with like producing and recording. He like mixed and recorded our first EP and our second EP. He mixed fully. So like he had sometimes like Asa was saying, like we all have opinions. And we like to leave room for all of us to have input. But there's like occasional Tom vetoes or occasionally like I'll veto something or Austin will veto something. Like everyone has kind of veto power. But yeah, Austin, I don't know. You can talk more about
Yeah.
the horn parts.
Yeah, It's very generous of you to say that the horn players create the horn parts, but generally our trumpet player Ben like
Yeah.
has like the most ideas. He has so many ideas, and I'm like most of the time I end up being like, okay, that's a trumpet part. Like, can we make it a part that I can play on my trombone, please? And I guess the part that where Tom comes in is like sometimes like a note just doesn't quite fit the chord progression, but it definitely sounds good melodically, like within the melody scheme of the melody. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense that you would do that. You would pick this note, you would do whatever note there, but oh, actually the chord progression doesn't really allow it. And Tom, like, I think has the most opinions about that. I'm like, but what if it was a little bit gray? Or what if it was a little bit brown? Like, does it have to be? Most of the time I do agree with him. But yeah, so we like horn players, like we come and then like when we get into a little like a group rehearsal sectional, then we start like figuring out is there a harmony here that we can do? Is there a harmony here that we should do? Should we just do it unison? Um, that's really my favorite part is like I really like doing harmonies because I like non-parallel harmonies, which is, just like, harmonies not following the melody. So I like to like get ahead of that and try to figure out a non-parallel harmony um
Yeah,
with
sometimes
Ben in
it's
the
nice to
room.
zig when everyone thinks you're gonna zag. We try to throw some
Yeah,
of that in there.
exactly.
And Tom
Yeah.
likes to do that with guitar parts too, where he's like, okay, this naturally would hit this note, but we're gonna flip it a little bit. But ultimately, most of the songs that I'm writing and we're, that I come to the table with are really pop songs. Like I like songs that are hooky that we can sing along to that have these big like anthemic choruses. Like I want them to be danceable. And so, it's everybody else brings all that other energy into the table and then we really have this like this live, I think our live performance is definitely greater than the sum of our parts where it all kind of coalesces and feels like it gels together in exactly the right way.
I feel we've never really we never had any songs that weren't started by you, Heather, right? It was just like it's pretty much
I
lyrics and
think
melody from you.
the only ones were Wine Mom because Lils came up with the riff,
Oh
and
yeah.
then our drummer came up with that riff, and like I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we can. And then so that was and then was Jealousy. No, I had the lyrics for that written
Yeah, you had
first.
the
Yeah,
lyrics already for that,
yeah.
yeah.
So I don't think there was a song that we just jammed out and then I wrote lyrics to it, except
Yeah.
for Wine Mom.
Yeah, that's a
Wine
funny
Mom
song
is so
too.
fun.
My favorite's Checkmate, I think.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that rules. That
I
rules.
was just thinking about Checkmate like yesterday. I was like, why don't we play that song sometime soon?
I know we just have these new songs that we're like so excited about. So we're working on our first ever like full length LP that should be coming out this year, should be coming out this fall. We're recording. We have our second like weekend long session of recording coming up in 2 weeks with Trevor Riley from A Wilhelm Scream. We're recording in his studio in New Bedford. It's incredible, Anchor's End. And yeah, like so we're like really excited about this new music that we have. And sometimes we neglect the checkmates and the wine moms of the world, but don't worry, it'll be back in the mix.
Is this going to be a band self-release?
Yeah, yeah, we're totally
Yeah.
independent. I mean, unless, hey, what's up, guys? If anyone wants to throw us some money, we're down. But yeah, no, we're self-releasing, recording everything. This is actually the first one that Tom is like handing over mixing responsibilities. So he has mixed every other release that we've done. But this upcoming one will not be mixed by him, which for the first time. So we're really investing in this one,
Mhm.
and we're really proud of what we've been working on. So it's exciting.
Now you,
I'm glad. I feel like it's good that Tom is like now able to just focus on the music, right?
Yeah.
Tom, if you're hearing this, I think it's good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, we
it's like,
communicate with each other through podcasts exclusively. Tom,
yeah, Tom.
we're glad you
You,
Yeah,
get a break.
Trevor's engineering and mixing the whole thing, and he's really great and fun to work with.
So good.
He's,
So
so
freaking
nice
good.
and like and like a professional, true
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
Not that Tom isn't. Tom, you're a professional.
Tom is not listening to this. Tom has a child and 16 bands. It's a
That's true.
miracle we can ever be in the same room as Tom. Thank
That's
you,
true.
Tom. Yeah.
you kind of touched base, Heather, on the where you record.
Yeah.
I'm showing Austin in a room with a bunch of musical equipment. Is this where you practice? Is this someone's home?
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
that's
hear
our
about
practice
this.
space.
No,
That's our
no, this
practice
is my home.
space. Oh, this one. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, the
Wait,
one we
so you have two.
Oh,
Yeah,
we do not rehearse
oh,
there. Yeah,
no.
sorry. I thought you were talking about when we post videos on Instagram where we're all in a room with musical equipment. That's our practice space. I was confused.
That
Yes.
one. Okay, that one is, but that's okay. Well, what about this one where Austin is?
This is my home. This is like the rehearsal space in my home that bands do rehearse in, but Pink Slip has not.
Oh,
Not that we couldn't. We could.
We could. That's true.
We're only communicating through podcasts, as
Yeah,
we
this
see.
isn't. Hey guys. Hey Austin, what a cool idea.
But you have a space where you guys normally practice.
Yeah, which is it's a nice studio. It's a nice spot, right down the street from pretty much down the street from Austin and I, and it's a little more central to some of the folks that are coming from different parts of Boston. But yeah,
How often do you guys practice?
we try to do it every Wednesday, and sometimes we don't, but we try to. I would say as many Wednesdays as humanly possible is where we're gonna be.
Yeah.
is it crucial
it's-
for a band practice prior to like a little mini tour?
Yeah, I mean, we it's just crucial to practice in general. Just it's also fun. It's difficult. The tough thing, is just that we are so busy and, this is not our day job. Like we all have multiple day jobs, some of us, and this is our outlet, this is our fun, it's our escape, but it's we have to go to work and some of us have kids and some of us are in 16 other bands. And so, managing our time is tough, but every time we do get together in a room together, even if we're just like rehearsing and practicing songs that we've already written, it just always feels like so good. Like at the end of every session, I always feel like just like really proud and like really affirmed, and the best times are when we just get in a room together. Like that was actually kind of when we were generating this album and starting to write songs for it to get last February. That was kind of when we first we basically reserved a nice studio for a whole weekend. Not our typical rehearsal studio, but kind of a bigger one with like access to a bunch of nice equipment, and kind of took it seriously and locked ourselves in a room for a weekend and wanted to see what we could come up with. And that was really magical because we literally just again, I had ideas, I had some lyrics, I had that, but by the end of that weekend, we had like 4 or 5 songs like written. And that is a special thing. So the more time that we can spend together in person, whether it's on stage or whether it's, rehearsing or whether it's just like trying to figure out a new tune, we have like a natural, like easy chemistry that makes it so worth it to spend that time together. It really pays off.
That is awesome. And I know Austin touched base on this. Well, I think before the interview started. This question goes for you too as well, Heather. Are any of you currently in or formerly were in another ska type band? I guess Austin, we already know you, so let's hear the bands.
Yeah. I currently play trombone with the New Limits and Threat Level Burgundy, and formerly a trombone player for my high school ska band called Make It Hurt.
I love it. That sounds like an emo band. Yeah, this is my only ska punk band besides the Bush administration in high school. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what challenges has Pink Slip faced as your time as a band? Obstacles, adversities, anything like that. It could be touring, it could be other band members, it could be trying to get music out. Anything that you care to share with us.
Well, the one thing
Um,
that had, oh,
Go
go
ahead.
on.
No, you go
I,
ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, with with bands, it's always hard to get everyone in the room at the same time. When
That's
there's
literally
four
the hardest
people,
part.
there's four people's schedules, and then in a ska band, there's 7 to 9 people's schedules to figure out. And that's like I feel like that is our
It's
one of our
unfortunately
main problems.
it's such a boring
Yeah.
answer, but like it is. It's tough because also there's sometimes a tension between like me wanting to do like every show and then like also wanting to like okay, but we don't want to like oversaturate and like or like we have to be like choosy about certain shows that we do or whatever. And I'm just like, no, I want to do everything all the time. Putting together all of our music is independent release, like it's all self-funded and like so like getting everybody together but also being able to like pay for stuff and like having to make hard decisions about like okay, like can we you know will this check support this tour, will this tour lose my
Mm.
job, as a wise band once said, kind of thing. Like wanting to like I would love to go on tour, like I would love to do like a multi-week like tour, but it just seems like very difficult to do, especially with everybody's schedules and challenges. So like I think that's probably the biggest thing. And besides that, and so many of our band members are in several other bands because they're just like incredibly talented, which is amazing. But it does make it challenging. And like besides that, I mean, we did like our first album was um it was like a similar sound. Like we've definitely like evolved our sound since our first EP from Soft Opening. We also had like other members of the band that we started the band with, and within a few months like we were kind of like hitting our groove and we're like, wow, we wrote these 4 songs and came up with this fun cover, let's record an EP. And then like right after that, they or like right around the same time, our bassist and then we had a backup singer who also played glockenspiel, that you might hear in those early songs. We're like, oh, we actually are going to move to Philly. So we kind of lost like 2 of our founding members within like the first 5-6 months of being a band. So that was kind of tough. Like not knowing like who is our bassist going to be, you know, and all of that. But and like they also like wrote those early songs with us, like co-wrote it, so they were big like creative partners. So that was challenging too. But again, like it's always like been it's always been in some ways like for the most part everybody in Pink Slip are like my friends, like people I've known for a long time or have become really close with. So we were able to kind of like absorb other musicians through those friendships that we've cultivated and kind of go in and then expand what we might have been doing, and go in a different direction, um, which so yeah, like not like necessarily a bad thing, but could have been a tough moment for us where we might not have been able to keep that momentum going, and we were
Mhm.
lucky to be able to find someone like find Megan and have her join and then like bring in Joe and bring in other people to kind of fill out and round out the sound in a different way, that we were lucky to do.
Mm, nice. Now we know that ska festivals are very important to hear new bands. Um, you played the Pioneer, or you're going to be playing the Pioneer Valley. Have either of you ever been to any other type of ska festivals?
Oh yeah.
Supernova, Scalabama, Ska Fest, Camp Punk Sylvania, or Croydon Fest? Yeah.
I'm gonna blow y'all's mind because when I was 16, so it was like maybe 2005, 2004, 16 years old, me and my friend Bev, who was my other ska bestie from high school, got on a plane and went to Knoxville, Tennessee and went to Ska Weekend 2004, 2005. And that shit was amazing. That blew my mind. That was like Mustard Plug and Catch 22, Big D, billion other bands that a lot of whom like don't play anymore. And I like can't even find evidence of the show on the internet, but like it was so
Wow.
much fun. It was like the coolest. It does exist, but like I can't even find the original lineup. And yeah, it was super fun. So that was kind of
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I've been to others like since then. Oh, Crankin' and Skankin'. We had
Oh my
the
God,
Crankin'
yeah.
and Skankin' Festival in Boston, right before the Boston's. I think it was actually the Boston's last show.
Ah,
It was it was like right before the pandemic. And
Mhm.
it was them and I think Suicide Machines, Fishbone. It was like a crazy, crazy cool lineup. So
Big
those are
D
the
was there
two.
too.
Big D was there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What about you,
Yes.
Austin? I've never been
I
to those
I'm
other ones, though I really always have wanted to, but I have not.
I'm just a poser. I've never been to a ska fest.
You're in three ska bands and you're calling yourself a poser, okay?
I mean, I don't know. I honestly I can't think of any like, big name ska fest like other than well, at Pioneer Valley last year. Nothing really comes to mind, unfortunately. I think my favorite music festival that I always want to go to is Oshéga in Montreal. And that's just like an alt rock type indie rock
um,
festival. I think it's great. It's on Parc Jean Drapeau, and um, man, the bands are just so good. I feel like Pup is playing there every single year.
he does pop
But
that band.
not, was that?
What do
No,
you
no,
say? The
Pup.
oh pop.
Pup.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Punk band. Um, yeah, no ska fests coming to mind, unfortunately.
You both will get there. You'll both be in, you'll be
I
Listen,
am
playing
Ska
gonna
Weekend, Ska
both be
Weekend
playing
2004.
Supernova one day.
Oh man, that
I'm
would
definitely
rule.
going to Supernova this year with like some of the New Limits band members, and we're like renting a house on the beach, and we're gonna chill on the beach. It's gonna be sick. I cannot wait.
Oh yeah, it's a great time. It's the Supernova is
Yeah,
one of the best times. Mikey knows.
yeah, hell yeah. Will we
So
see you? Are you both going to Supernova this year?
I'm
uh,
not going.
Mikey
No.
just
I
got
can't
through
take. I've
a
had too
flood.
much time off work this year.
I see. Yeah.
Maui or Maui Oahu just had a flood
Well,
in the
right.
North
Yeah.
Shore area.
Oh
So
So
I had
boy.
to
Mikey was displaced.
I had to take a week off for the flood.
Yeah.
My father passed
Damn.
away just before that happened, so I had to
Oh
take
my
like 10
gosh.
days off for
Damn.
that.
Shoot.
And then
Sorry
my
to hear
daughter
that.
got married in April, so I
Oh,
took a week off for that.
that's a
So
good one.
even though I did not take a vacation last year, I have overdone my vacation time this year. So
Gotcha.
I do not have the vacation time. But I've heard there's some interesting bands that might be playing there. I'm not really sure yet, but there's a they just announced Yellow Man is going to be
Yeah.
playing. I would love to
Yeah,
see
that's
the
really sick.
A100s. That's what is it? A ska super group from
Hmm.
LA, the A100s. They're going to be playing there. I'm looking that would be I would love to see them. Oh, who else? Doomstompers? They didn't announce Doomstompers. There was somebody early on they announced that I would
You
really
mean
like
the
to see.
Impossibles you want to see?
Oh
Yeah, The
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Impossibles. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was another one too though.
Hmm.
But
Suburban Legends from here.
no,
Um,
no. Aren't they from Huntington Beach?
yeah, they're
The
from.
the play Disneyland and they play Disneyland covers.
Oh, they yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
that's true. They
okay,
do. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
No matter how many times I see the Slackers, I think Slackers are on this year too. And no matter how many times.
Slackers came through here. Got a chance to hang out with those guys and party with them. They are
Nice.
so freaking cool, and
Yeah.
their music is just so good. And
Yeah.
I don't care how many times you want to hook them up as Supernova, like they go for it. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah. So
What's funny is
they're doing a Friday evening gig or something, right? Like, dude, like they're not actually playing
uh,
the main stage in
Oh, really?
Supernova.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
they're
I
doing
don't
Interesting.
a
know.
side gig.
I've only seen them
Nice.
once in a backyard in Connecticut, in Matt Flood's backyard, actually, in
Oh,
Connecticut.
shut
Oh,
up,
Yeah,
oh wow.
when I was in the
This
East Coast a few years back. That's the only time
Daryl.
I've seen them.
Are you going to Supernova this year, bro?
No, I can't. My son turns 18 this year. Every
Ah.
every every Supernova weekend, it's my son's birthday. So,
I
Oh,
see.
but he's
yeah.
18. So he let me go last year, but I had to skip this when he was 17.
My son, Yeah, my son is the beginning of September.
Mm,
So yeah, I is September 5th. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
to be honest, I mean, there's only maybe three bands that I want to see there.
Yeah, the
You want to
lineup's
go
a
Mm.
there?
little
And
light. I
and
think
I've
they're
seen,
getting like screwed over. Like I think they tried to get more international bands, and
Mm.
because of our nightmare
Regime
Nightmare
country, yeah,
Hellscape.
nightmare
Yeah.
hellscape regime,
Mhm.
I think a lot of
having
the
trouble
international
getting.
bands are not
Yeah,
able to
they
come. Yeah,
did get Planet Smashers again. Yeah, aren't they
yeah,
playing? Yeah.
Yeah, I did
yeah.
see
They,
If
that.
they
Yep.
but they just played a
if
couple
they
of
get
years ago. I
over,
want. I think I saw them in 2024. They were there. So they may still have their visas may still be active at that point.
let me guess, the Pie
Yeah.
Tasters are going to be there.
Always,
They are, yes, Pie Tasters are.
always, 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 always. Ruger Review.
And
Or
Ruger
go,
Review.
yep.
Chris Murray.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I think aren't they bringing back Out of Control Army again?
Yeah, Out of Control
Yeah.
Army. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They put on a really good show.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
you know what? I mean, like when I found out about Supernova, it was 2021. And I saw it like I just started doing my radio show at the college radio station. And I'm like, Sky Festival, what the fuck is this? Right.
hmm,
And I had it like my other computer, I had it sitting there on my desk. And I was like, streaming Supernova while I was broadcasting on their air. And I'm like, I got to go to this. I got to check this out. But they didn't do 2022. They
Right.
did 2023. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can save money and I can do my thing. And, and so that's when I went, it was 2023, but they had skipped a year. And I was hoping they were going to do the same thing. But 2024, I guess, was 10-year anniversary. So,
that was the first
yeah,
time
I
I
don't
went.
know. Maybe skip a year. You go every other year or something. No, I'm like saying,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll do it instead of trying to do it every year, go every other year and, work on getting some of these because international, we want to see international bands.
yeah,
Yeah, I
But
know, because like last year, we like with the Pioneer Valley, we when I say we did,
Tim and April are going to kill us,
yeah,
dude.
I know. We did a lot of the Supernova bands, like we did, like we're doing it for for Pioneer Valley. We did like a lot
Right.
of Supernova bands last year. So
Mhm.
there was a bunch. Like we interviewed Los Fastidios from Italy, and they
Didn't
didn't
make
Cool.
make it. We
Yeah.
had the Magnetics and Ollie that we're going to
Ah.
interview, but then they couldn't make it.
Such a good
It's
band,
like,
too.
yeah, and then but lucky we were able to still interview Daka Skanks, which actually did make it.
Yes. Great band.
Somebody else that I don't remember, but yeah, I know exactly what it is
Yeah.
with some of these bands that aren't able to make it, unfortunately.
I mean, and the other part of it is that all your friends are there. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, all your friends are there.
Yeah, I go
You
every
can go
year.
show up and not know
Usually,
anybody, and you leave there and you will know everybody. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, it's just how it is. The ska community is so inclusive and embracing, and they will take you in and they will hug you and they will love you, and then you're screwed because you can't get out.
yeah.
It's like a gang
It's
thing.
like the funnest cult ever.
But it is still a cult.
But it is so
is that how it is now in 2026?
It's the
The
only
cult
cult I
of
wanna join.
ska.
Listen, I'd rather be in that cult than some of the alternatives. So
Yes,
Mm.
exactly.
Sure.
Here, I'll drink to that.
I'd like to know if either of you could bring any one artist or band back from the past that is no longer together or living. Which
question.
artist or band would it be? And it doesn't have to be ska. It could be anything.
Any band, any
Any
band,
Wow.
any time period, living or
Okay.
dead.
or any artist.
I definitely
mean,
know.
I know too, but it's not ska. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah,
Mine's
go.
not ska either. Definitely Freddie Mercury. Definitely
Okay.
Freddie Mercury.
Oh, really?
Just Freddie,
Queen
not
is
Queen?
Queen is
Oh, okay.
Queen is my favorite band of all time.
They're
Like
love
hands
that.
down.
Really?
bad, yeah.
I feel like I want my stage persona to basically be Freddie Mercury's stage persona. So I want to be jumping around, and I kind of do that anyway. I want to pretend to play guitar on my trombone, which I also do anyway. Um, and I want all these stage risers, and I want to be able to like go over here and go over there like he did, and that's just all I want.
That's so weird. You know, Queen was one
He's
of my
so
early.
cool.
He was one of my early. They were one of my early influences in like junior high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I mean, like, Day at the Races came out. I want to say when I was like junior high school, and I was like stoked on
Mm,
that. And then high
yeah.
school, maybe ninth or 10th grade was News of the World came out. You know,
Mhm.
so I mean, they were like super instrumental in like my like intro into rock and roll kind
Yeah.
of a thing, you know. And I'm like, these guys blew my mind. I had no idea what are you guys doing? And you
Right.
look so weird and you act so weird, but your music is really kind of, and it's different. It wasn't like all the other like, you know, hard-edged rock and roll back in, you know, in the 70s and
Yeah, for
80s.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always that album, Day at the Races, always is like whenever any music I hear off of that, I like, oh, I guess I had that album back then, you know. So
Yeah.
Night at the Opera was the big one. It had Bohemian Rhapsody
Right.
on it, and that one came a little before me. I remember going to Cub Scout camp, and the guys, like the leaders, were listening to Bohemian Rhapsody, and they're, oh my God, the song
Wow.
is so cool. Ah. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm busy looking for, you know, bugs and squirrels and stuff.
Right.
You know, but and then Day at the Races came out, and there was so much good music on that. I mean, I like it was one of
Yeah.
my early influences into rock and roll. So
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me
It's
it's definitely it's Prince. Prince.
oh my God.
really,
yes.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
who I
look at
never
Daryl
got to
over
see
Because
live.
there.
Yeah.
because but that's funny because that's my top three are Michael,
Mhm.
Prince,
Mm,
and Bob Marley. Those are
Oh
my
yeah.
top three.
wow.
It would be
Michael.
Hell yeah.
Bowie. It would be Bowie and Prince for
Oh, it would
me.
be definitely
Yeah.
Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Bowie and
I've
Prince.
seen
That's
Bowie
so
though.
funny. I
I've
went
seen
and got to
Bowie, so
see.
I'm good with that.
You saw Bowie?
Gosh.
I saw him play one song,
Oh
but
my
I've seen him.
God. That's incredible.
Damn,
Yeah, I
dude.
Where
never
was
got to
that?
He
see
came out and,
never got
sang
to
a
see
song.
Prince.
He sang, I forgot what song. Some song. He sang some song with Morrissey.
Oh,
Oh,
the
how
Smiths.
interesting.
The Smiths. Literally the
Well,
Smiths. Get them
okay.
back
Daryl,
together.
You're
Okay,
here.
Trust
But we-
me, I hate Morrissey. I know it's you know, and
You're
let's
like,
get the Bosstones back together before Dickie Barrett got brainwormed. Like I'll take them all.
yeah.
But like honestly, in terms of like bands that I just I can't help it, dude. Like those songs are fucking perfect. Like
Yeah.
those Smith songs are perfect. I
Daryl loves the Smiths.
agree.
Daryl's
No
a
notes.
huge Smiths fan.
no
Smiths would
fucking
be-
notes.
Wow.
Smith
Can't
would be-
stand Morrissey. Can't even watch him. Have had the opportunity because I go every year to Riot Fest, and he's almost definitely playing this
He
year.
turned into some kind of a freaking douche there, dude.
He was
or
always a
something, right?
douche. Here's the thing: he was always an insufferable douche. He just was in love. He was in love with Johnny Marr. He couldn't admit it. Johnny Marr was the great love of his life. And Johnny Marr broke his heart, and he broke Johnny Marr's heart, and here we are. And now he's a fucking like complete right wing, like
Well,
lunatic, like
he-
scumbag. But he was
he-
always
you are-
an insane person.
You are amazing, Heather.
so
But
he
the
was
songs
either-
are perfect. I don't know. The songs are perfect. I can't help
Yeah,
it.
I
So
agree
many
with
good
you.
songs.
I agree with you 100% on the Smith stuff. Morrissey has lived here in LA for I don't know how long. I took my kids to see him for the first time at the Greek Theater, which is a nice.
Yeah. I've seen the Greek Theater. I've never
Great.
been inside, but it's yeah.
He played 8 songs
Yeah.
and left because he was cold.
I'm sure.
No,
I'm amazed he even
that's
played the 8
crazy.
songs.
Oh shit!
I'm amazed he played the 8 songs. I
Wow.
walked out. I had the chance
It's
to
outdoor.
see him,
It's an
and
outdoor
I walked away. I was
It's
like,
an
I'm
outdoor
done.
theater, and isn't it on it's Griffith Park Observatory, right?
Yeah, Griffith Park. Yeah, I've been up
Yeah,
the observatory.
it's a
down- it's
I
down
beautiful.
went
It's a,
to
it's
I went
such
to
a
Cool
beautiful
World,
venue.
the
It
Cool
is.
World Festival in LA like 2 years ago when Susie
was
Susie
there.
from Susie and the Banshee. Oh, you were there?
Susie
Yeah.
Sue.
that-
Yeah.
were
Oh,
you there
yeah.
when we all got evacuated
Yes.
and then we had to come back the next day?
Well, I
and
didn't
see-
come. I couldn't come back the next day, so I didn't get to see.
No.
I didn't get to
I
see Susie. I had never seen Susie.
I got to see her. Thank God. I was so
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah, no, it was insane.
You
We all
guys,
got
I saw Susie at
evacuated.
Lollapalooza in like 92 or 91
Okay.
or something.
I was
only
3.
I was only at Lollapalooza '93. Yeah.
She was
Okay.
amazing. I saw Courtney Love too, though.
Oh,
Oh,
shut up. Get me. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
No, she
I
played Lollapalooza.
I don't
We
want,
were at
I
Irvine
know, but
Meadows.
you got to see, I know. I love, okay, that's my other answer. Hole. Give me Hole, please. I want, I would die to see
Really?
Hole
Oh
live.
my
Yeah, I
God, you're
would
so
love.
funny.
I
that
love
the
Courtney
year
Love.
the
Come on.
year that I went to Coachella was I got to see Alice in Chains, of course, with Lane Staley,
Incredible.
Ah, yeah,
Rage Against the
very
Unbelievable.
Machine,
incredible.
Tool. Maynard came out and sang with Rage on that Know Your
Oh,
Enemy
shut
song,
up.
which was
Whatever.
awesome.
That's crazy.
Dinosaur Jr., Fishbone,
Okay, I've seen
I've
them.
seen
Thank God.
Dinosaur Jr. at
Tribe Called Quest.
Lollapalooza.
Okay, never seen them.
Um,
That's probably incredible.
yeah, it was that was an
I
amazing.
wanted did I think they played a Lollapalooza too.
Oh, I think Front 242 played also, that industrial
Yeah.
band. Yeah.
And I saw Rage at the Long Beach Velodrome,
All right. Well,
Oh
which
my
was
gosh,
weird.
the Olympic Velodrome.
you
Is
guys
that what
win.
yeah,
Yeah, it's called
yeah.
Olympic Vel. I remember I've seen a lot of ska bands play there. I saw
Really?
I saw Rage Against the Machine in Tijuana in Mexico when they played in
Wow.
like 90, I think it was 93. They played at
Yeah.
Iguanas. That was crazy.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
dude, no way.
Yeah. But
Damn, I would have totally done that.
but Heather,
I
going
was
back to the Smiths thing. The
Yeah.
okay.
Smiths could only come back if it was the Smiths from the 80s.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
no
That's what I'm
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, because now well, of course,
Queen is dead.
Rourke. Well,
Yeah.
Andy Rourke is dead, and the Queen.
No, but I'm just saying, like that album wasn't the album called The Queen is Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Margaret. Yeah.
Yeah, that album. That was such a great album.
Oh yeah.
All of those albums, Hatful of like all of those albums are fucking perfect.
No, my
The
favorite.
self-titled
I think Mita's Murder is probably my favorite because
Meat
of
is
the
Murder,
bass,
incredible.
the bass lines are just amazing in that
They,
in that whole fucking album.
they're insane. It's insane. It's
Mhm.
so good. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
He's
I
just
love
an
that we can talk
insufferable
about
asshole.
I love that we're talking about music that's not ska right now.
Yeah.
I really do. That's fun.
Well, that was a good one. Now, just a couple more questions for y'all. Since we know that ska doesn't pay the bills, if you care
I
to
don't know what you're
share,
talking about.
if you care to share, what are each of your
He's
occupations?
in three ska bands and it's not paying the bills, okay?
We have to pay to be in a ska band. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much.
Literally.
Yep.
I am a public school administrator. So I run after school programming and summer programming for
You are
a public
you are
school district.
I am an atheist, but you are doing the Lord's work.
Thank
Dude,
you so
I'm
very
serious.
much.
No, seriously. My wife works in public schools. She's a student services coordinator for the
Oh,
high school
cool.
there.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
like anybody works in education, you've got
Mhm.
like my total respect. So
Oh, thank you. It is I've
you got to
been-
be fun. I'll bet you're freaking fun and like to deal with in school and stuff.
I am fun to deal with in school. Yeah, no, it's good. Having the pink hair does help. I spent a lot of time in elementary schools, so elementary school kids really love that. And I work in after school programming and summer programming, so it's like a lot of the like extracurriculars, like the fun stuff, going on field trips, like learning, art, music, STEM. We get to have a lot of fun. So
Are you busy right now getting ready for
Yeah.
summer programs?
yes, because I'm in charge of all of the programming. So we have like 10 schools, and we also we have like over 1,000 kids that are in our
Well,
programs.
you work for the district?
Yeah, so I'm a district level administrator, so I supervise all of the programming.
Oh, holy
For
shit!
the whole
That's a lot of work.
Damn.
But I started as like an after school. I was like a summer camp counselor, like after school youth worker, and kind of like built up in that field for the past, decade and a half. So,
Good on you. Very
Awesome.
nice.
That's great.
Austin.
Austin, can you top that?
I
Oh, no.
cannot. I certainly cannot.
it's a cool
I'm on-
job.
I
I'm on
can't
a
either,
journey
so-
right now. I am on a journey. I have a chemical engineering degree.
Oh,
It's a musical
I
journey.
used to work in lithium-ion battery technology, but unfortunately, I got laid off a couple of years ago because it's just not there is not funding. Can you imagine? There's no funding in clean energy.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Can you believe it?
Well,
Why
yes,
are
this
No, I can't
administration, yes, we can.
really.
yeah. I mean, a lot right
Goodness.
now, a lot of the battery
Oil
companies
is so good though.
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of the battery companies are having a hard time right now. But so like, I've been like doing music. I also work at one of my local climbing gyms. I also teach youth programming. I teach youth rock climbing classes.
It's
Uh,
super cool.
I'm
No
trying to
kidding.
Extremely sick.
I was just talking to my manager who about like doing adult climbing classes at the gym, and that's something that I'm interested in too. So I'm like maybe gonna like get my certification for like physical education. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Oh,
don't know. I
you
think,
Like
should.
to be
yeah,
a
you
personal
should.
trainer and all that,
I
like
think rock
do
climbing with the kids would be freaking awesome.
they're great.
Super
Sometimes
sick.
they're awful, but most of the times they're great. Yeah. Like
It's
when
true.
they're really into it, they like really get into it. They're like, I want to climb and I don't want to stop climbing. And
And
sometimes they
other
just
times they're
never
like,
want to
don't
climb.
even think about me climbing up this because I'm not going to do it.
Right. And sometimes they like want to pull out my arm hairs, and they want to like climb on top of me. And they're like, chase me in a circle. And I'm like, I want you to be climbing that rock right now. You should be climbing that rock. And I've recently made up a game using Uno cards that's like
Genius.
they actually, I just like give them a deck of Uno cards and I let them figure out what they want to do with them. I'm just like, here's this Uno cards. Like, what do you want to draw this card? What happens now? It's like a red five, and they're like, I'm gonna do a V5. Like, I'm gonna do this hard climb here.
So
And I'm
sick.
like, great. I know this is the whole game. This is the game the whole time. This is exactly what I wanted you to do. I'm really liking it. So I hope this journey of like being like, I don't know, maybe I'll be going up the same ladder that Heather climbed up already. We'll
Right.
see. I don't know.
The rock that I climb. I don't climb those
The
rocks.
rock.
I'm on the ground.
Outdoor
I'm cheering them
education.
on. I'm cheering them on.
That's true.
Outdoor education's super fun. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I've taken kids mountain climbing, like not like on the side of the mountain, like
Right.
hiking the
No, I
top of
get
a
you.
mountain, camping and stuff like that. So much
Yeah.
fun.
Right.
Yeah. That
Also a
rocks.
field that doesn't pay well though, unfortunately.
Yeah. This is what I'm learning.
Yeah.
All the things that I want to do not
All the fun
pay.
stuff, right? It doesn't pay
Yeah.
good.
Right.
Mhm.
Or
I
the stuff
didn't
that's just
really.
good for the world and like not good for capitalism.
Right? Good for the world,
Can you
good for
believe it?
people, good for
Good for human
kids.
beings. Yeah, that
Right?
they care about people as whole human beings that deserve resources and services. But whatever.
So what are each of your pet peeves and addictions, if you care to share with us?
Pet
Ad-
peeves and
Pet
addictions.
peeves.
It doesn't have to be anything bad.
My addiction is polar seltzer. Shout out to polar seltzer.
Nice.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with sparkling
Local
water.
company.
Local. Actually, I have some right here.
Come on.
Here's the polar seltzer can.
Let's
I
go.
can I can I can crush these guys all day.
Like on
Not-
your head like that? Crush
No.
What is it? Just it's seltzer water?
Yeah, it's just really good. Like this one is prickly pear guava punch,
Oh.
and it's super
Oh,
bubbly.
that kind of sounds good.
It's extremely
It's
good. These
good.
are the summer seasonals. Back in the pandemic, when I was like losing my mind, I started a little web series called Seltzer in Place, where I just review seltzers. And
shut
Polar
up.
is by far number one. And this one, they came out with a kiwi lemonade. Like, get out of town! I'm obsessed. So I'm really.
Yeah.
I've got I get Mandarin orange from Safeway, and I get the Safeway brand, was a Soleil or whatever it is, and that's the only one that I like. But I'm like, yeah, but that one sounds like
If
really
you can find a
good.
Polar, you're gonna be in good shape. I don't know if they
I
have
will
it
keep
in
my
Hawaii.
I will keep
but
my eyes open. Polar, okay.
Polar Seltzer.
Yeah.
It's the good
Okay.
stuff from Worcester, Massachusetts.
That's funny. You know,
Worcester.
my wife's son graduated from college in Worcester
Oh,
and lives there. And
cool.
I don't know where they're at now, but they're like outside of Worcester. But yeah,
Okay.
like yeah, went to college there. So
Oh, cool. Was it at Clark or did you go to school at
no,
Clark University? No,
it
there's a
wasn't
bunch of
Clark. There's
schools in
another
Worcester.
Worcester
Holy
University.
Cross or something, or University of Worcester State. Anyway, it's,
Anyway,
UMass
they
Worcester.
have
Polar.
Polar Park is they have like their own kind of like local baseball team, so their baseball stadium is called Polar Park. And now you
Oh,
know.
very nice.
Austin, what are you addicted
I
to?
didn't know that. Oh, wow. I'm also probably addicted to seltzer. Something I'm thinking about is like I'm thinking about Pioneer Valley Ska Fest, and I was like, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a room at MGM, which is a casino there, right? A resort casino. And I'm
Uh,
like, maybe I'll go gamble. But gambling, I don't think I should do that because that's a problem for me. I don't have like
is
I
it?
can like go in there. Yeah, I can go in there with like I'm gonna spend $200, and I'm like, well, I spent $200, but I could probably do
What?
another 200.
Wait, Austin, is that true?
See,
Yeah,
I didn't know
there's
this
it's a
no
about you.
way.
problem. It's
I'm
trouble.
thinking
Oh.
It's
if I'm
trouble.
going to drop $200, I'm going to drop it on vinyl.
Uh,
Yeah, or going to a
I
show.
seriously, I'm like, I was in Vegas for my daughter's wedding last month, and I'm like, I did not gamble. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money, and if I do, I think I'd rather buy vinyl.
Mhm.
Thing is, vinyl takes up
Honestly,
too much space, right? So like, if I go to a
I
casino, I'm not gonna. It's not
Yeah,
gonna take up
because
any
you're
space in my
yeah.
house.
the
So
kids gambled, and
the money
the
is no
kids
longer taking up space in your wallet.
Exactly.
You're
right,
just
Right.
and
honestly
apparently my kids gambled, and they
Precisely.
paid for they paid for their room, and
See,
I'm like, good.
that's
no,
gonna
but
happen to me.
no,
That's
no,
gonna
it's
happen to me
not. No,
someday.
it's not.
But at
Like
MGM,
Or,
that's gonna happen.
or you could lose all the money you were going to pay for your room.
unbelievable,
There's
Right,
that.
exactly.
truly
Yeah.
unbelievable.
No.
So
Yeah, no, I don't gamble for this reason. It's yeah.
yeah.
I know this is something that is hard for me, so I just don't do it.
Yeah.
What about pet peeves for
That
each of
see, I
you?
don't call that an addiction then.
What drives you
Fair enough.
nuts that
Yeah, that's
people do?
true.
What's a pet peeve for each of yours?
Well,
People that don't use their
I
turn signals.
Oh my
oh, that's
God,
often me. I mean,
yes.
so that's like a very cliche answer, but like everybody in
I know, that's
Boston
why I said it.
drives terrible except for me. That's my that's my
Yeah,
perpetual
exactly.
opinion.
That's
Everybody
right.
else is ass.
I drive for
I
a living, so
did
you're
yeah.
preaching to the choir.
I think a pet peeve of mine um people waving around phones at concerts and like filming the whole thing really pisses me off. We're over it. I'm like at the end of my like I'll take like a little snippet just for like a fun, mostly if like I like to post other bands on like our like Instagram like
Right.
stories, just like give them like a little boost and like have our fans check out new bands. That's like a 20-second little clip of a live show, but I
Yeah, or
just
a,
hate
or
when
a 30
people
second clip of the band playing, real
yeah,
quick, right?
but I hate when people have their phones out the entire
And I'm
time. I
like,
just feel
okay,
like we need to
are you gonna
shame
watch this
them.
again? Are you gonna watch this
No,
again?
the answer is no, and we need to
No.
publicly
Oh, you
shame
need to
these
put your
people.
freaking phone down so I can see what's going on. And I mean, and I'm an
Oh,
old man.
hold on. I'm that guy.
Oh
You're not that
no,
guy.
I am that guy
Daryl.
because of the content that I need.
Yeah.
And it
If
was
you're a
before
content creator, but like it's still, I just
I
feel
know.
like it's
Okay,
so
so
gauche.
It's
I'm
still
over it.
annoying.
I went to like where Cruel World is. They have another festival called the Daydream Festival, I think it is. And
Okay.
it was the Cure and
Oh, the
Mogwai and
Cure. Oh,
the Deftones, the
oh,
Deftones and the
best.
Pixies. The Pixies were playing.
The
Oh
So
Cure
God, and
are
the
like the
Pixies.
best. The
Whoo.
yeah.
Cure are like
So
the best band in
so
the world.
I saw the Cure at Irvine Meadows too.
Sorry,
before
continue.
before I
Continue.
started doing this, I still have another YouTube channel where I would uh, upload all of the music, the concerts that I've seen. So I would be filming everything.
So you're doing it as like a public service.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people got pissed off when I was filming the Pixies last, and
Oh,
right before the Cure played. And so I had my son there. He was 10, maybe 12. I don't remember what age it was. He was young. And so people were pissed off, and I was yelling back and forth, cursing at them. They were cursing at me, going back and forth. Where one guy got in my face, and a fight started. And my son
wow.
had to see that,
Wow.
and they had to kick the other guy out. It was because I was just
Wow.
filming, and I was in their way.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
It's not.
I know it's not good, but I do need the content. So I try to be cognizant of that now. to try to move over to the side somewhere where it's not in front of somebody,
I'm
but
sorry. I
still
had to call. I called you out
you
directly,
did.
but I
Yeah,
can't
we
help
both
it.
did, Heather. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, because I
It
mean,
does.
well, like, okay, so like I've hung out with Daryl at a concert, at a gig, and he was not obtrusive. He was not like in my way. He was over to the side and he was trying. I think I bumped into him. Like I scooted over
Yeah.
like I was bumping into him, but he was totally over to the side and just like doing his thing. But I've been like, at other gigs and there's been somebody who is like in the pit filming and like right up front filming, and it's like, I know you're
Yeah.
trying to get content, dude, but you know what? We're trying to watch a show. And I mean, we didn't have video phones in the 80s when we went to gigs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Being
We went,
present
it's like I get the
is
same
a
thing. Like
gift.
I'm a Laker fan, and we used to go to Staples Center, take my kid to Staples Center. How many people are on their freaking phones? I'm watching the games now on TV, and all these people on their phones. And I'm like,
Right.
put your freaking phone down and watch the game.
Yeah.
It's right in front of you, man. And I feel like doing the same thing at the gigs. Put your phone down and watch what's going on. I mean, I know you
I
want
mean,
to,
I think you could say that largely about society in general right now, including
right.
myself. It's just kind of, and we
I
have
want to get a
a
few
hook
pictures. I
in
mean,
one
I
of
want to
our.
get a few pictures of the band, and I may want to get a
Mhm.
30-second video to post on my stories. And then basically that's it. Other than that,
Yeah.
I want to watch the band. I had recorded, I remember going to Supernova and I wanted to record some songs that I could, I could play on the show, basically. And then I was able to actually download, which didn't work out. Basically, trying to record songs on my phone in front of
Mhm.
Supernova did not work out at all. Was able
Yeah.
to download the songs from the video that they had posted, after the show was over, and I was able to get everything I needed from that. So I didn't
Yeah.
even use anything that I had recorded, on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Well, I
I
use my
get it, and
content.
I get content creators and all that stuff. Like I say, I was watching it. I was at Ruger Ride, Daryl, and I was Goodwin Club, or maybe it was Bounce House Scott, and I was like up front, and so were you, but you were off to the side, and I think I bumped into you,
It was
and
the
I'm like,
Lone
oh,
Raspberry,
dude,
I think.
okay. I'm like, oh, sorry, bro, you know. Um,
But yeah, I try to
so
be out of the way because I know other people are recording. And the one person got
yeah,
pissed. You probably know that guy. He got pissed because I was in his camera shot, but I was over to the side. So what this person did was he put a logo
over your face.
over me in the video.
See, that's just a little too much. I mean, I
Well, I
know
mean,
I know you're trying to get content, bro, but you know what? Post a couple of pictures and maybe 30 seconds, and like, okay, you missed it. I was
for
here. You missed it. See this 30 seconds? You missed it. Go to the show next time.
well, yeah,
You know,
for me, I had every
instead of
right.
trying to like give the show to them, don't give the show to them. They didn't pay their fucking money.
Well, for me, I had every right to do that because I paid the fucking band.
That was
And every other fucking band on the bill.
there's
So I had
there
that
is
fucking right.
that. There is that. But I'm like, no, I don't want to post the content, like the whole song or the whole show. People, you should come and support these bands. This is what you missed. I got to see, Catbite at Supernova, and I was right up front, and I took a video, 30 seconds, and posted on my Instagram, and it was like one of the best stories that I had posted. Got through a lot of views, but I didn't even post the whole song. And it was like, you missed out. You
We
should
wanted
be here.
more.
Go and support these people and these
Mhm.
bands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Austin, what's your pet peeve?
Yeah,
I
there you
want to
go. Thanks,
know.
Heather.
Well, I am a bicycle commuter, and my real pet peeve is when people are
Really?
parked in the bike lane. Parked in the
Oh,
bike
Good
lane,
on
waiting
you.
in the bike
Look at
lane.
Austin. I used to commute by bicycle too, bro. I totally get it.
Hell yeah. It's
Yes.
just like it's like, okay. I
It's a
may
bike
under
lane.
I might understand that there's no other place to put your car, but also there's no other place for me to be that I'm not in
exactly.
danger, right? The bike
Yeah.
lane, I'm not in danger. If I
Yep.
have to go into the road, now I'm fully in danger.
How far do you
And it's
commute?
like, it's like I don't know the miles. I don't know the mileage, but it's like 45 minutes biking. And it's like
One
through
way?
Boston from where, yeah, one way. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I think I
It's
used to
probably like
do.
six
That's
to
a real
seven
commitment.
miles.
Like that's
Yeah.
badass as hell.
Oh, I used to do 25 miles, and I would do it 4 times a week, one
Wow.
way, and then so both, I 25 miles to work, and then 25 miles back home at the time, which was like a couple hours, not a big deal until it was
That's
super hot.
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I would on the way home I would stop at the gym that I was a member of, and I'd take a quick shower, and I'd reload my water bottle, and then I finished
Right.
the ride home.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it, but I totally get it. It's like I have no place to ride, and I'm not going to ride in the middle of the street because you
Yeah.
idiots don't have because you're parked in the bike lane.
Right.
No,
That's
and you
like
can't mess
the
around.
whole
We have some of the worst traffic in the country. I mean, LA is up there too, but Boston has really terrible traffic
Oh,
and
really?
has really narrow streets because we were like a very early, city.
Yeah.
And so like all of our streets are like really convoluted and they're all like one ways and
Mhm.
it's a dangerous place to bike. And like, Boston has also like made a lot of effort and a lot of changes to make it a more safe place to bike, but it to Austin's point, if you're blocking that like bike lane, like you're a real asshole because
Yeah.
people get killed. Like it's a dangerous
Mhm.
place, and people have like nasty road
No,
rage.
seriously.
They're really like uptight
No,
because it's the
seriously.
commutes are bad, and
uh,
I'm
yeah.
really super lucky that we don't have a whole lot of that here.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we still
Our
have
bike
traffic.
lanes, the bike lanes,
Mhm.
even in Boston, like even the best ones, they're not even that great because they're still on street and they're like the best ones are like blocked by flexible posts
hmm
and you can
Oh
still
yeah.
drive through them, right?
Mhm.
So it's like
And
if
people do.
you and they do, and if you make a little mistake and like you go through the bollards and then I'm there, well,
yep,
that's it. That's the end.
yeah.
So
Have you been hit?
I've been hit. I haven't been hit in a hard collision. I have been in a contact collision a couple of times.
Mm.
That's
Like
so
one was in a
crazy.
rotary, like somebody pulled into a rotary, or sorry, a roundabout. Like
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
somebody pulled into a roundabout while I was already there. It's like I'm visible, like you can see me.
Right?
And they it was a little contact, and they like messed up my drivetrain, my
Oh.
derailleur. And it's just like, man,
Uh,
now I can't even ride. Yeah.
I
And
was
I got doored from traffic once. I was like going to a rehearsal with my trombone on my back and like somebody, I'm always like paying attention, parking side, but somebody
right.
opened their door from traffic and I was like,
Oh God.
That's
I'm
what I
not
was
ready for
thinking.
that.
That's what I was thinking. Like somebody opens their door on the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I was
But
riding in.
I was like in the mode. I was like, I have to get to my rehearsal. So it's like, I got hit, but I need to get to my rehearsal. So I'm
you have your
like
trombone as like a
flying.
shield. You're like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm flying. I think the bicyclist behind me actually stopped and like chewed them out, which was, I don't know.
good.
I would do that too.
Gotta
I would
stick
be chewing
together.
somebody out. Yeah.
Well, look at you, big cyclist guy, Austin. There. Good on you, brother.
So
Thank
I
you.
have
Yeah.
I have three more questions because I know it's getting late for you guys out
I
there.
know. I gotta sign off pretty
Exactly.
quick. So
So real quick. So what does the future hold for Pink Slip? I know we briefly talked about the new material coming out. When do you think we can expect it? How is it going to be delivered? Like media wise, are you going to do vinyl? Are you going to do cassette? Are you going to do CD? What are you guys looking at for new material?
yeah, so we are recording our first ever full length record, looking at 9 songs, 9 original songs, that we've been working on for a while. We started writing last February and have been really like, honing, and we did some recording this past February, and then we have our next like full recording session in 2 weeks where we're gonna add the horns and backing vocals and extra guitar layers of guitars. So that's gonna be really cool. We are hoping that it'll be mixed and mastered and ready for human consumption before the end of this year, maybe like a November-ish release,
Mhm.
if all goes well. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work again because we're like, we're self-releasing it. So in terms of we do have a big show that we are going to be announcing fairly soon, that will take us to a place that we've never been, that we're very excited about, and playing with some bands that we've always wanted to play with. So that's very exciting. And then, you know, beyond that, we're playing Pioneer Valley Ska Festival. We're doing we're doing some other fun shows. What other fun shows are we doing this year? I don't even remember. We're playing a bunch of local like fun free shows. We're doing that Women in Ska Festival at the end of August, and then some more cool stuff in the works, like always. Yeah, and like maybe, you know, I think our dreams are like coming true all of the time. Like we're just really lucky to keep having like really cool opportunities. And yeah, maybe next year we will get to play some of those other festivals that we talked about, or
Mhm.
you know, maybe venture further than we're definitely going to be venturing further than New England. So um and yeah, who knows what the future holds. We're doing it all ourselves, unless again, hey, any record labels, hit us up if you want to pay us money to do what we love and what we're doing anyway. Wouldn't that be cool? And yeah, I mean, we've never really put out physical media. It's kind of tough to figure out, you know, again, because we're trying to get the bang for our buck. So we do like a lot of like, you know, merch, like physical merch that people are more likely to buy. But my husband is always saying he wants us to do a pink vinyl, so like maybe there'll be a limited edition you know, when the record comes out. But I'm just so excited, and like I think you know, it's really been a long time coming, and like it is definitely our best like work. So I'm really proud of what we've come up with, and I think there's some new sounds, there's some new stuff that people may not expect from us. So I'm and then obviously like a lot of what I think we do well, which is that like heartfelt you know, big sing along cathartic songs that get you feeling good even when everything also feels bad. So
Perfect. And this music that you have out right now, the EPs and the new song, where can we find this music digitally?
yeah, so all of our stuff is on all the streamers, but of course we always like try to get people to go to Bandcamp, throw us a few bucks if they have it. We have our merch online as well, so we're at pinkslip666.bandcamp.com. Sick and Tired is a single off of this upcoming album that's really about really what we were talking about, like just the onslaught of like enshittification and just being surrounded by you know, reading, you know, doom scrolling the news and like endless war and you know, Gestapo police kidnapping our neighbors and, you know, attacking our trans family and all of these horrific things that are constantly happening, and having to kind of like the cognitive dissonance of like still having to like go through the world and like perform as if everything is normal, and knowing that it's not, and that we you know, instead of getting fully consumed by it, that we have to resist it, we have to fight back against it, and we need to rely on each other to hold each other down, and take care of one another when things are bad and getting worse. So that's what Sick and Tired is all about. That's what that song is, and I think that sentiment is also very present and evident in a lot of the songs on this new album.
That's great. I'm glad that that's out there. So we could push back against what's happening that we all know is wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for Pink Slip, any last words that you have for your fans and the viewers of our channel?
We are so honored to be just a little you know, data point, a little blip on the perpetual timeline of ska history. Like, thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Mikey, for having us. And thank you to everybody out there who you know, isn't embarrassed to say that they love ska, or maybe has never discovered ska yet. And you know, it gives them that outlet and that opportunity and that safe place to explore and to be you know, their wildest self, be their truest self. Ska was always that for me. It was always my kind of you know, space to like we talked about, like really like fight back, but also have joy, and you know, be part of a community that is, you know, Mikey was saying, and it's very true, like is so inclusive, so unpretentious, so ready to welcome us with open arms, ready to collaborate, always like shouting us out. This is truly a dream I never thought that like any of these things that we've been able to do would be possible. We just wanted to make cool music and have fun doing it. And so the fact that we've gotten to play with so many of our heroes and gotten to play incredible, get booked on incredible festivals and have gotten to travel and, are putting out an LP, it's all really a dream and something that we do not take for granted. So every single person who's out there who has listened to us, who is connected with something that we've done, it means the world to us. And people like you giving a platform and giving a space for us as artists to share who we are and what we believe in. It really matters a lot. It can't be overstated how grateful we are. So thank you.
Very well said. Thank you. We appreciate you both very much for taking your time to be on with us. Austin, did you want any last things to say?
I think Heather said it all.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
Well, that was great.
It's all right.
That.
That was perfect. I don't have anything to add, is what I meant to say,
Okay.
actually. Yeah.
Well, Mikey and I really appreciate the time that you guys took out of your schedule, so with work and everything like that, starting up again tomorrow,
Thank you.
to
Yeah,
talk to
thank
us
you.
about
Thank you
everything.
very much.
Hold on real quick. We're just gonna talk to you real fast. Then we'll let you go. Okay, hold on real fast. Let me turn this off.
Thank you.